Hey everybody, good morning. I want to do a quick shout out to Officer Tatum on YouTube. Check him out, show him the love. I'm going to do a reaction to his video on Lilly Tino, the trans influencer who got herself into some hot water. Let's watch and find out why. Okay, right here.
Possible charges: felony, voyeurism, up to 5 years in prison. And
you see, what happened was this Lilly Tino decided to go into a women's restroom and rate them at Disney.
There's no reason whatsoever that you should be going on a vlog and saying, I'm going to go try out going into the women's restroom, knowing that you're a man, knowing that you claim to be trans, and you're not even passing. You're not passable. You look like a man, you talk like a man, you dress like a man with a skirt on.
Okay, that's his opinion. Now,
I want to tell you got this incredible
I want to get ahead here to the actual. Lilly Tino responded to the allegations and charges and all the backlash. And this is
first of all, I knew it was stupid.
Going to be Lilly Tino's response. Don't forget, shout out to Officer Tatum. I'll add, hold on. I don't have premium YouTube because, well, I'm not paying that price. Here we go.
I'm a girl. And I said, he's full of sugar honey iced tea, filming himself, confronting people about him being confused if that's a girl or not. At least if he was like, excuse me, I'm not pronouns are she. He'd be like, maybe she on tea or something. Maybe on steroid. Maybe a bodybuilder or something.
All right, let's get to the beginning. He talks. There we go. Let's get to where he talks.
Go look at their profile and see what they're doing. These people are literally doing.
Hold on one second.
You're coming out against this person too because they know.
Sorry, guys. There we go. Had to get to the beginning.
Why I do what I do, which is create content
as a man
to educate and to entertain.
I'm going to pause right there because that's not why he does it. Because if he did that, he would not be going into every women's restroom and rating the experience. Because normal women don't do that. Okay? We don't care that you're wanting to be a woman. This is the point that people don't get. Okay? This is the main reason. We don't, and I have a trans kid. Okay, I have a daughter who was born a girl, and she came up, I think about 13, 14, and started saying that she didn't like her body, she had dysphoria. Hold on one second. She started coming to us with this whole gender dysphoria thing, and, you know, we did all the right things. Then she gets to a certain age, she says she's trans, the whole nine. You want to know what it was? Because she started asking about 12, 13, 14 if she could get hormone replacement therapy and change her body and all this other stuff. We were like, absolutely not. When you become an adult, if you want to do these things, you do you. But when you are a minor, you are not making any life-altering decisions when you're not old enough to make those decisions. So that was our stance. We were trying to be supportive, but at the same time, we weren't just giving her everything she wanted. Okay? Now, that being said, she also was not the type that if somebody called her a girl, she would freak out and everything else. Okay? She wouldn't do it. She had no desire to freak out, and she doesn't even try to go into the men's room. She always uses the women's room because she knows she looks like a female. Now, she and I started talking about this not that long ago, a couple months back. And you know what she said to me? She was happy that her father and I told her no. Because it turns out, she said, I was just confused. And all this information online was just making it harder. Because I had all these people, all these influencers telling me that this is what I should do, that this would make me happy. Turns out she was just confused, because guess what? That's what happens when you're a teenager. Confusion. Confusion about your body, confusion about what your feelings are, confusion about your hormones, confusion about everything. That's what being a teenager is about. And I said to her, guess what? You're normal. That's a normal way to feel. But that's what people don't understand or get. That sometimes these kids are just going through something because they're just teenagers. They're just kids. That doesn't mean you have to give in to every whim. Anyway, let's get back into it.
In that order. And I think that recently my content has taken a bit of a shift to be more, well, I'm hurt. I am deeply hurt.
It's 2 minutes
because of the amount of hate that I've gotten.
All right, I'm going to pause it right there. The reason why Lilly Tino has gotten so much hate, as she calls it, is because she's making it sound like she's so innocent. She's going to restaurants and going into these positions and putting herself in these situations to get misgendered so she can be a jerk about it. A jerk to the servers, a jerk to the management about it, and get free food and drinks or whatever. Because that's what she did at several restaurants when I saw her do it, her vlogs. She would go into the restaurant, she would get misgendered. Oh, she'd tell them she, her. Some of these people didn't even hardly speak English. And she's doing this, and they're like apologizing profusely to her. And yet she still calls the management over and does stuff like that. So she's not this innocent person who's just getting misgendered and the world is against her. No, she's doing things to get a reaction. Just like the going into Disney and rating the bathroom experience. Now you know that if a parent sees that and their child's in the background, or somebody sees that and they're in the background, you know the reaction you're going to get. Especially in a state like Florida. So she knew this was going to happen, and she did it anyway. Not only that, but she had made a video last year at Disney. The whole hot dog thing, corn dog thing, whatever. Her response to that was to do it again. So it's not like she's learned anything. People said, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Her response was, why shouldn't I do that? Well, because it's inappropriate. She said, well, these people acted like I was talking to children that were in front of me. No, it's not the point. There are certain topics that you do not discuss out in the public view. Okay? And that may seem old-fashioned, but it's a fact. Certain ladies act like ladies, no matter what their preference is, gender-wise. They still act like ladies. If I go out into public, I don't care if I'm a dude. If I'm saying I'm a dude, certain topics you don't talk about if you're a lady, especially in public. You want to be a girl, you gotta act like a girl. That's what he means by passable. If you're walking through Disney with tats all over you and talking like a sailor, people are not going to look at you like you're a girl. They're going to look at you like you're a dude with a sailor mouth. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. There's a major difference there. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit because he doesn't want to hear him any further than I do.
Um,
So let's skip ahead a little bit.
teach people about
His teaching thing was dressing up like some kid's cartoonist and saying, "Hey kids," and all that creepy stuff. I mean,
Let's go to the clip 12 with him and his mama.
like, you gotta watch this, and then you'll see why people are showing him this disdain. Oh, ad, hold on. But yeah, the whole thing with Lilly Tino, if Lilly Tino just wanted to be trans, she would act like it. Even the trans community was coming out and telling her to knock it off because she's doing more harm than good. When you're doing more harm than good to any community, it's not good.
Look at this mess.
Okay, so this is
Bro.
when did you realize your son
Lilly Tino with his mom. Her mom.
How do you feel about my chosen name? If you were to rename me, what would you choose?
I think Lily's a beautiful name, and I don't have the right to rename you. You are an adult who chose a beautiful name, and I accept that.
Did I push being trans on you with my liberal ideology?
No, you didn't. I'm a proud cis woman.
Okay, it's not a lifestyle for you.
It's
The whole cis thing.
just not who I am, but it is, it's who she is, and I love her and I accept her.
Do we bond differently post-transition?
Our bond from the time you were born was so strong. I wouldn't say it was different because you're still you and I'm still me, and that bond is constant. You know, not because you're trans, no. I didn't.
The one thing I want to say about that whole thing, where's Dad? Where's Dad during all of this? Because I have yet to see Lilly Tino speak about his dad, show his father in anything or any. I could be wrong because it's not like I've watched every single thing he's put up, and I'll fully admit that I could be wrong. But where is Dad in this picture?
I agree. On a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you in me, and why is it 10?
Yeah, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm very proud of her. No, I love you.
No, just see what your mama think about your OnlyFans, where you get naked on there and doing nasty stuff for money.
Yeah.
No, but the problem is women like this, and parents like this. Where the daddy at?
He asked the same question. All right, let's skip ahead to where he is misgendered in restaurants. This is his main point of his thing. This is what he does.
It literally sets up at restaurants to do this explicitly.
That's his whole content usually.
This is a setup. Going to restaurants, and then when people, I guarantee you this, set up every restaurant this person goes to, and then when people do say their pronouns and be nice to them or whatever, they understand.
Those videos don't get uploaded.
He don't upload these. He only upload the ones that go south. Roll the clip.
Looks like he's having a nice piece.
She, her. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not certain. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be public. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Trans women getting pregnant is not as far off as you think. In the past 10 years, 50 babies.
I'm sorry, but no.
Have been born from a uterus transplant. Did you?
That doesn't mean that you were pregnant. I'm sorry. I don't care what. No, it doesn't work. Biologically, it does not work.
You know that Abraham Lincoln was queer. Sure, he was married to a woman eventually, but he had 2 male partners.
Guess what? Nobody cares.
Before that, my corn dog is still intact. I'm not.
That's the story. That's the one that started this whole thing. That video right there. And she was at Disney World in a Disney eatery while this was going on.
I'm happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog.
It's from Thailand?
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Made it into Disney World. I don't really know what the deal is with bathrooms. No, Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms, but I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle.
Taking pictures in the bathroom.
Not only did she go into the bathroom, but she raided every single bathroom at Disney, and she took photos, which is not permitted in any female restroom. Yes, women take a selfie, but A, they make sure that nobody is in that photo but them. And B, they only do it in places that are appropriate, like nightclubs and out to restaurants, stuff like that. When you're out for the evening and you're with maybe some friends and you go, and make a little goofy video or whatever. That's not the same thing as what you're doing. You're going into a family, Disney, where families are, where children are, and doing this. Not appropriate.
People in the pictures. This person.
And that's pretty much it regarding her. Lilly Tino.
This is why that person got in trouble. They went and did that, what we just showed.
And then they posted it.
Non-consenting women and girls, which you see. You can't just put a picture over their head and think that's okay when you're in a public bathroom.
Now Florida is after Lilly Tino, allegedly, because of her actions in these. Because Florida is a state where you would know Ron DeSantis don't play. He is not. That's a very conservative state, and you're going to go down there and act like that. You were asking for trouble at that point. So maybe think about that. That's the reason why you were receiving all of that backlash, because of that content. And instead of changing the content and learning from it, she doubled down. Because she said that's what being an activist is all about. No. Not when you turn everybody against you. That's not activism, that's crazyism. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'll catch you on the flip with more. Don't forget, check out Officer Tatum on YouTube. Show him the love. Give him that like and subscribe. And don't forget, like and subscribe here for more fun. And I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.